How's it going, guys? Thanks for tuning in. This is Zach Loftus at Loftus Outdoors here, and I'm going to be doing a little bit of a review on one of my favorite fishing reels. Okay, right here I got the Quantum PT Accurist AC100 HPTA. This is going to be a monster of a reel for the price. Okay, it's going to retail for $100, but on eBay you can find them in nice used condition for around $40 if you're really close to a budget and you want to stay within your price limit. I have this on 40-pound Power Pro Super Slick Braid, and it's going to be quiet and it's going to be nice and smooth. Okay, the thing I love about this reel, this nice little switch. Like I said, the AC100 HPTA is going to be the main gear in it. Okay, then you're going to have this little switch that's on the side. It's the flipping switch. The flipping switch is good because instead of pushing down the button and the button stays there and you have to reel to engage, the flipping switch, what that's going to allow you to do, you press down the button, you let go, and it automatically pops up. That's going to be great for fishing cover, and it's personally great, and it saves time. Just in case that extra bass bites right as soon as it hits the water and it starts taking out line. You don't want that. Okay, so the good thing I like about this reel, the colors on it. The colors on it are great. It's got white, black, and red on the inside as a touch tone to it. And like I said, it's going to be the 7-to-1 gear ratio, and it's going to be 28 inches. Okay, 28 inches per turn is going to be the IPT. And the drag. The drag is a crucial part when I'm looking for reels. The drag on this reel happens to be at 16 pounds max drag. To me, that's all right because I'm going to be using it for frog fishing or jig fishing out in open water, and you really don't need to have that much weight on it unless you're flipping weed mats or flipping docks or something like that. And as you go on, the weight in this reel is going to be 8.2 ounces. It's a little bit on the heavy side, but you'll get used to it pretty quickly if you have a light rod. You won't even be able to tell the difference. The bearings. The bearing is going to be a 7-bearing system, and it's going to be 6+1 bearings. And on the outside, you're going to have the external braking system on it, which goes anywhere from free spool all the way up to 10. This way, you can dial it down, and you can find exactly how much tension you need on the spool and how much magnetic drag you need. Now, opening up the spool is quite simple. Little button right here on the bottom. You press on the button, push down on the side spool, and it pops off like that. Crazy, huh? And it's going to be anywhere from 0 to 6 on the inside. The way I like to look at this is going to be, this is going to be your whole numbers. These are going to be your whole numbers, and on the outside, these are going to be your decimals. The decimals are going to help you find a more accurate answer to your problem of casting. Okay? The one thing that I really like about these reels, and the one thing that I have found after using bait casters for so long, is in your cast, you want it to be as smooth as possible, and you want the cast as far as possible most of the time. That's what this reel is great for. It allows you to cast as far as you want and as far as you're capable, and it's overall nice. The only downside, the only couple downsides that I have to this reel, plastic grips. Now the plastic grips, many of you think, oh, those are fine, they're comfortable or whatever. No. Where I run into the problem with plastic grips is if my hand starts to get wet and I hook into a fish and my fingers are wet, if I try and crank down on that fish when I'm setting the hook, my fingers tend to slip right off. There is very little grip to it and there's very little release to it, and that's one of the downsides that I found about the reel. As long as you keep this reel oiled and lubed, it should be fine and it'll last you years. I haven't had a problem with, and I've owned it for 2 years now, and it's overall one of my top favorite reels, weighing in at $100. I say you go get one for yourself. It's a great reel personally. I'm a Quantum guy. I may be biased, but hey, great reel, great price, good for your money. Thanks for tuning in. Loftus Outdoors. Zach Loftus. Thank you.